Hey internet, and welcome back to the hunt for the perfect tee, where I try to find the best possible t-shirt at the cheapest possible price. In today's video, we are looking at a somewhat famous shirt, the Uniqlo Crewneck t-shirt, also known as the Uniqlo U-Crew. Now, this is a shirt that retails at $20, but can regularly be found at $15, and at the time of release, this will be on sale for $15. This particular shirt is made in Bangladesh, and while I can't find a specific number on material weight, I would estimate this is about 250-260 GSM. Now that we've covered the basic information for this shirt, let's dive into the 7 categories that I rate my shirts in, starting with fit. So as always, I ordered this in a size medium, and again, I am 6 foot tall, 165 pounds with a 40-inch diameter chest, and I am giving this shirt a 9 out of 10 for fit. Fits me great in the neck. It is perfect in the shoulders. It is a perfect length. It's not tight anywhere. It feels really good. The only reason it's not a 10 out of 10 is I wish the sleeves were just a little bit more tapered. As is, they flare out just a tiny bit. And it's really not bad, and I'm really kind of nitpicking with that because I do think it looks really, really good. It fits well, it's comfortable, it's good. I really think I'm being a little harsh on it, not giving it a perfect score there. But yeah, I wish the sleeves were just a little bit more tapered. Now, collar for this shirt. This is perfect. This is a 10 out of 10 collar. As mentioned in a previous video, bad collars are made like this, right? You take your shirt, you take your collar, you kind of bend them together with a single line of stitching. That's trash, okay? That does not hold up well. A better way of doing it is taking your shirt, taking your collar, and then stitching it twice, kind of overlapping like that. A perfect collar is when you take your shirt and your collar is on top, but also behind, and that is called a bound collar. So it has 2 lines of stitching, but the material of the collar is in front of the shirt and also behind it, right? It's kind of covering the shirt body. And what that means is you get a very well structured collar, and it's going to hold up extremely well, right? This is never going to go anywhere. It's always going to be here. Even if this shirt goes through the wash, goes through the dryer, that collar is going to hold tough, okay? And you really can't, I'm not going to yank it out, but you really can't stretch it that much either because it just has this tendency to go back and hold its shape. And it's lovely. It really is. It's just lovely. It's a lovely collar. It's great. I love it. If I was dictator of the world, I would make every shirt be bound. Because it's great. It really, you can't get a better collar than this. I also think it just looks better, right? I think other collars looks like they're kind of just added on to the shirt, whereas this looks like it's a part of it. It flows better with the rest of the shirt, and it's better durability and it's better looks wise. So 10 out of 10. Now for material weight, I am also going to give this a 10 out of 10. I think at the 250, 260 GSM range, that is the ideal range for a shirt. I think that's what I would consider like true heavyweight cotton. Some of the other shirts are considered heavyweight at like 200. But they still feel more like a mid-weight to me, whereas this feels like a true premium heavyweight shirt. And so I love this material weight. I think it is perfect. It's not see-through, but it's still going to be breathable, right? It's not like you're wearing like a sweatshirt. I think if you started to get heavier than this, it would get a little bit ridiculous. But at this weight, I could wear this in the summer. I can wear this in the winter. It is comfortable, and I really, really like it. Stitching / quality, I'm giving this a 9.75 out of 10. I think that overall that this shirt is extremely, extremely well made. The stitching is very clean, it's very dense. I have no doubts in my mind that this shirt is going to hold up extremely well. I don't think that there's ever going to be rips in this shirt unless I do something really stupid with it. I think it's going to hold up extremely, extremely well. The only reason it isn't a 10 out of 10 is because there's a few spots, just a few, where you can kind of see maybe a little bit of a loose thread. And it really is me nitpicking because overall, it's just really well made. But I want to be as critical as I can be in this review. And so I'm not going to give it the perfect 10 out of 10 because it isn't perfect, right? There's a few spots where it isn't perfect. So 9.75 out of 10. Now, material feel. That is probably the most divisive aspect of this shirt. I'm giving it a 6.5 out of 10. And the reason for that is not because it's uncomfortable, because the material itself is pretty smooth. It's definitely not scratchy, and I can wear this all day and I'm not uncomfortable. The reason it gets a 6.5 is because the material is pretty stiff. It's a stiff material. It's not pliable, it's not soft. Now, I think that's both a positive and a negative. I think that means it's gonna hold up well, it's gonna wash well, it's gonna get softer over time. But right out of the box, is it as comfortable as something like the Comfort Colors, which is that super soft, cozy material? No, it isn't. But it looks really good. I think that being a little bit heavier, being a little bit stiffer, it gives the material a better look to it, a better drape, right? The way it hangs, it just looks nicer, more premium. And another surprising positive of this is it actually kind of makes it a better undershirt in some ways. I had originally thought that if I'm wearing a sweater, I want something that's pretty thin underneath, right? Something it's not really going to be something I feel as much. But I threw a sweater on over this shirt, and I was surprised that throughout the day, the sweater stayed in the exact same spot relative to the shirt the entire day. And what I mean by that is sometimes when you throw on a sweater and you're wearing it for a while, your collar starts to get lopsided. And so you might see like half of your collar on this side of the sweater and none of it on this side. That doesn't happen with this because it's so thick, it holds its shape very, very well. And so once you get that collar set, it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to hold its location throughout the entire day, which is really nice. But is it the most comfortable? Could it be more comfortable? Absolutely. I think I would sacrifice a little bit of that comfort for looking better though. And so there's a part of me that feels like a 6.5 out of 10 is maybe too harsh. There's a part of me that thinks it could be a little bit harsher. It's going to be divisive, right? Some people are going to love it. Some people are going to hate it. But I think for the most part, people will like it. I think a 6.5 out of 10 is pretty fair. I still like it. Still don't really have an issue with it, but definitely want to call that part out. Now, color variety. The color variety for the shirt is pretty darn good. So I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. It's not like every color under the sun. You know, like they don't have it in a forest green, which is a color I would like to have it in. But it seems like they add new colors and remove colors. So, you know, you check the listing every now and then and get what you need, which is fine by me. What I will say is I really, really like the colors on these shirts. I think they have this kind of like faded yet rich look to them. They look almost like vintage, but in a like new way. That sounds silly, and maybe it is, but they just look really nice. They're not these deep colors. They're kind of that washed look. It's a nice look to them, and I really like that. I haven't experienced that in any other shirt so far. Usually the colors are very vibrant, and that looks okay, but that kind of nicer vintage look is just, I love it. So yeah, color variety, 8.5 out of 10. Now, manufacturing location. This particular one is made in Bangladesh, but I have one other shirt from them that is made in Cambodia, so you might get one or the other. Maybe there's some other locations as well, probably just somewhere Southeast Asia, right? I'm gonna give that a 5 out of 10. It's not great, but it kind of is what it is. It's a well-made shirt, so I don't want to punish it for its manufacturing location. Now, it's only worth 3% of the final score, so it's really only losing like a 1.5 at 5 out of 10. So it's not that big of a deal, but manufacturing location, that category is kind of there just to reward being made somewhere special, right? Like Uniqlo is a Japanese company, so if this was made in Japan, I'd probably give it a 10 out of 10 because I think that's cool. But somewhere like Cambodia, Bangladesh, you know, is it ethically made? You know, I don't know. From what I've read, it seems like Uniqlo does a good job of not having sweatshops, but I still don't really know. So I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. I think that's fair. Yeah, so that gives us a weighted overall of 9.21, which is 2 points higher than the Kirkland signature. So this is well into first place. This is a very, 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 very good shirt. In a lot of ways, I think it's maybe going to be the best shirt that we get, especially at the price it's at, right? If you can get this on sale, which it seems like it regularly does go on sale, I think at $15, it's a no-brainer. At $15, this is definitely in the good value category. At $20, it's probably more into the okay category. I think it's kind of borderline, right? $20 is not super cheap. The first shirt I bought was $20, and unfortunately Uniqlo doesn't do price adjustments, and they don't offer free returns, so I just kept that one. But when I checked, it was on sale, so I just ordered a bunch more colors because I really love it. I think it's a great shirt. And if you want to get your hands on these shirts, you plan on doing an order, please check the description of this video because I have a referral code you can use to get $10 off your order of 50 or more. If you use that, I'll also get a little bit of money in return, which just helps me out a little bit, right? There's some other Uniqlo shirts I'd love to look at. They have a Supima cotton shirt I'd like to review, but that one's a little bit more expensive, so any little bit helps me. These reviews are free, so you know, if you're gonna order a shirt, may as well help me, right? I'd really appreciate that. That would be super, super cool. Oh, the other thing I want to bring up, I also, in my first order, ordered the Uniqlo cotton Air Sim shirt. Now, that's not 100% cotton. It is about 70% cotton, and I think 28% polyester, and like 1 or 2% spandex. And that is also a really good shirt. I would compare that more with something from Lululemon or Vuori, and at $15 for that blows anything out of the water, right? Like it's just as good, if not better, than what you're gonna get from Lululemon or Vuori. So that, in my opinion, is a no-brainer if you need a more active style shirt. Yeah, so highly recommend that one as well. So that was this video of the hunt for the perfect tee. As always, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. If there's any shirts you'd like to see me review, drop them in the comments. And if you plan on making an order from Uniqlo, consider using my referral code to get $10 off your order of 50 or more. This is not a sponsored video. I have like 20 subscribers. It would just be nice to have some referrals there to get some more stuff from Uniqlo. Yeah, so as always, I'll see you guys in the next video, and until then, peace.